Hey, I'm Michelle, and this is Haley. We're part of the Squatch Fishing Outfitters team. Neither one of us are good on video, so forgive us if we start laughing. But I've been with them for, well, ever since before they even had their permits and stuff to do this kind of thing. I don't really know how, but I thought that everyone who believed in Bigfoot was crazy. I remember when they had the first Bigfoot festival or conference, whatever, over in Rabun County, and I remember seeing that sign and calling people going, oh my God, there's going to be a bunch of crazy people around here that believe in Bigfoot, and it was a joke. But I got into deer hunting, and I was out with my friend deer hunting one day, and we didn't kill anything. Later on that afternoon, we were scouting a little bit, looking for signs, and heard this god-awful roar, growl, I don't know what it was, and he said it was an owl, but I can promise you that was not an owl. And didn't go deer hunting anymore for a while because it scared the living bejesus out of me. And then I met Sheila and found out that she believed in Bigfoot and thought she was crazy. Then I told her about that experience I had, and she played some audio for me, and I was like, oh my God, that's it. So I loved camp, so went camping with them. I was still kind of on the fence about the stuff. Then things started happening. I started hearing things and seeing signs, and kind of got roped into it. And I'm an adrenaline junkie, everything except for heights. I mean, like I said, I've heard a lot of sounds and stuff. And last night, we've got this expedition last night. We were hiking with everybody. We had at the base camp, we had a few things happen. Then we took the group off hiking, and it was kind of silent. Nothing was happening. So Austin and I picked up some rocks and threw some rocks down a hill. And Austin just said, he said something like, watch this, now they're going to throw something at us. And it was no sooner he got it out of his mouth that this big, long, like 5-foot branch came flying down at us. And as we were walking, and it landed behind us and just hit me in the back of the foot. And I was like, oh my God. Thomas and Austin were both with me. Everybody else was up front. And I was like, oh my God, that just hit me. So we looked around to see what it was because we thought it was a rock. But it was this big, long branch. And it came flying from up the hill and down on us. So something threw it at us. It was kind of neat and scary and everything all at the same time. Another experience that I had was we were camping. We weren't on an expedition, but just 6 of us, 6 of the team. We were all out camping for a member's birthday party, and a whoop woke us up in the middle of the night. And I was like, did you hear that? And Thomas said, yeah. And then we heard footsteps coming right in on the backside of our camper. And Thomas was telling me to open up the window, and I was like, don't breathe, don't move, be quiet. And those footsteps were so loud. There's really no way to describe it unless you hear it yourself. And then we heard another whoop. We had peanut butter stolen. It was a good time, but once you open your mind and you think that it may be real, and then you start seeing signs and hearing things and seeing things on thermal, then you know it's real. So you're, like we always tell people, you can be a non-believer, a believer, or a knower. So all of our team members are knowers. We've all seen things and heard things where we know that there's really a Bigfoot. Haley had an experience one time that scared the living daylights out of her. She was ready to take off running.
Well, we were on a hiking expedition. We were going down this road, and Scott saw something on the thermal up on the hill, and so he handed it to me, and it looked like, white hot figure behind a tree, like peeking out, and then next thing you knew, he took like 3 or 4 huge leaps, like he took off running. You could see the arms and legs swinging, and then he disappeared behind the trees, and I was ready to go back to camp.
Run herself.
Yeah.
I get chills when she tells her story, but yeah,
What-
she was ready to.
What happened later on at camp? What happened later on that night?
Well, heard a loud metal bang.
There's no metal
That
out here.
woke me up in the middle of the night, like 3:30.
Except for the grills, right?
And so I just sat there and listened for about an hour. Sounded like metal crunching, like something heavy got on top of the car. And I heard footsteps, like heavy footsteps. And heard like a exhale, like a grunt almost. And then something got into the camp kitchen. And Rick, he heard all of it too.
And she's the shyest out of all of us, but she's also the bravest. She sleeps in a tent. And I can tell you, every time we come out, I'm like, Haley, you can sleep in the camper. But she stays in that tent so she can hear everything better than everybody else.
Yeah, well, it's not that I want to be in the tent.
Yeah, we have a good time. And it's anybody that has any questions or just thinks that it may be real, they need to do one of these expeditions.
It's definitely made me view the woods in a different way. That's for sure.
Well, you guys anybody out there in TikTok world wants to come out, hit us up on TikTok or Facebook or whatever, and come on out with us. This is last expedition of the year, but we'll be starting back up in March. Bye.